What's happening, everybody? This is the first episode of Blastcast. It's something new. I don't have a new intro for it yet, but I'll be working on that this week. So I'm really excited about this. We're bringing on a panel of people tonight. We're going to talk about projects, talk about our inspirations, talk about crazy stories, just have fun, wind down. It's con season again. Woohoo! Everybody's out doing it. I did a market this morning, sold a couple of books, met some really great people, got to talk some cool stories with everyone. So I'm really excited about this. So I'm going to run off the Russ Explode Studio sponsors real quick. Russ Explode Studios is sponsored by Naughty Fairies with Miss Wendy, Steen, Shayner. Please check out Naughty Fairies at the Etsy links in the description of this video. All of the links for any of these sponsors, as well as the projects we talked about tonight, are in the description of the video, so I don't have to say that anymore. But check out Naughty Fairies. You can check out our Etsy site, get back issues, and all that good stuff. Plus, we're going to talk about an anthology project that we'll be releasing really soon. And you can get those Naughty Fairy playing cards on there too. So when you're bored at home and you want to play solitaire or anything like that, check out the Naughty Fairy playing cards. And we also have 183 Degree Studios with Alfred Trujillo, Doobie Doobie Doo, and Miss AZ Power Girl, Kara Nicole. Check out their Patreons and the links in the description, as well as their website, 183 Degree Studio. You can get some custom Alfred Trujillo OA art as well as prints. And please check out we got somebody else is popping in. Everybody's piling in the background. And we've also got Lisa Malone with Melone Management. Do you have a project or a Kickstarter, crowdfunding, anything that you're running that you're wanting to get promotions for? Do you need somebody to work on getting you the stretch goals and finding the best place to get them in the background? While you continue working on your project, hit up Lisa Malone with Melone Management. She will hook you up with a free 1-hour consultation to go over what her services are that she has available. We also have Codex Entertainment LLC with Louis Torres and his projects Lily the Demoness, Ace and Starlet, and Whispers in Necropolis, as well as Nebula Pearl, which launched. It was another anthology project that Wendy, Steen, Shayner, C.B. Zane, Michael Schumacher, and Alfred Trujillo and Kara Nicole all worked on to put together a magnificent story. So check that out. And VR XOXO will be launching the end of next month. We also have Outpost 426 Studios. Speaking of CB Zane and Michael Shoemaker, check out their awesome projects Into the Suck, as well as Scorpion and The Mighty Might. And Black Rabbit will be coming later on this year. Super excited about that. Hopefully we can get them on next week to talk about that. And we've got Doris Jones Labor of Love. You can get a $75 neon acrylics on black canvas, an 8x10 for $75. Please check out that link. Go to our website, all kinds of other paintings you can get on there. Let me check my list to make sure that I didn't go brain dead and forget somebody, because I know I did. And I did. Hazzum Productions. Please check out Hazzum Productions. And check out Roadkill Rampage 2, which will be launching next month. I'll have them on for a great show. Roddy will be on with us probably next week. And check out Pitter Patter and all the other good stuff at Hazzum.com. And last but not least, please check out the Comic Books for Kids charity auctions, which we will be talking about tonight. We got several people in the group tonight that have donated stuff to that. It's a great cause. Please check out ZenonTitan.com. Get your piece of apparel. This one right here, I'm a type for CB4K. Such a beautiful piece. Me as Raziel reading a book to Roderick with Sissy at the end of the bed. This was Wendy's idea, which turned out great. So without further ado, that is our sponsors for the night. And we're going to bring out Michael Gonzalez. Yo!
What's up? You can also get this apparel too.
Oh yeah, there you go. He's rocking it tonight. That is the Mark CB4K. That is the Iron Man variant of the shirt. I mean, Mark CB4K. Just didn't hear that. And we've got this goofball here. Who's this? Tiffany with Tiff Allen Personalizes. Hey. And we've got Wendy, Steen, Shayner. And we've got Smithers.
How's
it going? So I'd like to start with Michael tonight. We're not gonna just talk about projects. It's not gonna be like the typical shows where we just talk about projects and stuff like that. But I did want to give you a chance to, talk about your project a little bit, because you do have a matching program set up within the Indiegogo that you've got running right now. Originally, you ran Book of Legend on Kickstarter. I picked it up, and for anybody that wants to see it, I did get one of every one of them. I'm going to be doing some reviews on these pretty soon. We got Neotheric. We've got Book of Legend, and we've got the horror comic right here, 6/8. So we're excited to go over those. I was going to do it a few weeks ago, but my health kind of hit the fan. But you're running this Indiegogo, and you've got a matching program. You want to tell us a little bit about that?
Sure, absolutely. So right now we've got an Indiegogo campaign going until October 16th. And what we're doing basically is the 3 books you just showed. I already have them printed up, and we're just trying to sell through the books that I have. So we're not trying to raise money to make the book or to print the book. They're already here, ready to go. All we have to do is hit the $500 minimum goal, and then as soon as people pledge for them, then I can send them out the next business day. And part of the whole campaign is you can get what you were talking about is my daughter, my 9-year-old daughter, her name is Matilda. She came up to me a couple months ago and she said she wanted to make her own comic book. So we brainstormed what it would be, and then after a couple months we got these 2. So far, this is the first 2 issues, and the stupid thing will focus. But so they're 12 pages each. And it's basically, I don't know if you're familiar with kids' books like Geronimo Stilton or like Dog Man or Captain Underpants, that kind of thing. So it's like humor, mystery, sort of Scooby-Doo kind of thing. And she writes it, she draws it, and then we just scan it in. We do the digital coloring and the lettering, and then we print it at home. And also, each book comes with a little Pokemon style trading card that is about what's in the story. So the story is basically about these 3 characters who go around trying to find these mystical objects that can be used either for good or evil, and then they have to get them before evil people use them. And so what we're doing is what we did last time with the Kickstarter campaign for Book of Legend is, so these books will come to you as a set. So it's $5 for these 2 books and the 2 trading cards. And what we'll do is match whatever people get. So if you order 1 set, then we'll also send a set to comic books for kids. And they'll get the same thing. So we're just matching 1 for 1 for whatever anybody pledges for.
Very awesome, very awesome. And then you also had sent some of your damaged Neotherics to the Comic Books for Troops as well.
Yeah, so I also, when I talked to Mark, he told me that, I had seen on the website, they also had the logo says Comics for Troops. So I said, I'd been looking for that as well, because I had, when the printer did the graphic novel Neotheric, some of them were slightly damaged. And, I didn't feel like I could sell those. So I was like, well, maybe I could donate to the troops, because I know, ever since, this all started over in the Middle East, they're sending care packages and things like that. And my dad is also a Vietnam vet, so I know when in Vietnam they would send care packages sent to them too. So I was aware of this kind of thing, and I just, figured, maybe I could send some there too. So I sent a couple copies of that too, and I plan on continuing doing that too, because I think it's a great charity, especially for people that are, in this industry in comic books. I mean, it's a perfect thing. You got books and stuff, you can just donate them, and somebody else will really appreciate it.
Yeah, and I really appreciate too, the outcry from the community. That was one of the things I had messaged out, and I'm a big advocate for it. For anybody that's watching this that doesn't know the story, my son was born. He had to have open heart surgery. He had open heart surgery again at 2.5. And Tiffany, my wife, and I, when we went upstairs after being in a phone box for 12 hours waiting for that phone call, Roderick was just restless. He was just rolling around. We couldn't get him to stay still. And, of course, he needed to stay still. He was in a lot of pain. And so we're like, what do we do? Hi, Steph. How are you today?
Good.
We got the harbor mastering, so everybody behave. No diving. And if you didn't see the board, it said no diving.
Before you know it, we're going to need a bigger boat.
We're going to need a bigger boat.
Right?
Oh, Jack came in and he's gone again. So we were beside ourselves. We didn't know what to do. And, here comes the nurse with, this 99-cent Hot Wheel. And all of a sudden, Roger just forgets about the fact that he's in pain. He's sitting there playing with it. My wife and I, we go sit on the couch, and we're just like, And so it's a huge deal. And so, with asking Steph to do the shirt, and Steph and Carrie being the great people that they are, they did this shirt for me. I ran it on the Kickstarter. The Kickstarter failed. Mark reached out, and he just kicked himself out. And so, what is I'm sorry, guys. I gotta laugh. Steph's messing up the technology again. He must be using his VCR. So, Steph and Carrie did the fact they did this shirt for me, and I put it on the Kickstarter, and it brought something greater. The Kickstarter failed, but something better came from it. Mark reached out to me and said, "I've been trying to get somebody to do shirts. How would you like to be the official T-shirt supplier?" And I was like, "Hell yes, let's do this." And so over the course of, from November to April, I reached out to a few creators. Miss Wendy, Steen, Shayner did a beautiful piece of a little girl who's wheelchair bound. She's reading a book and she's dreaming about running in and rescuing this little boy's dog from a burning building and bringing it out to him. April did such a super powerful piece. I think she fell asleep from me telling her story. Oh, no, she's still alive. You were so hardcore into concentration, I had to give you trouble. So, what's up, Dre Studios? We got Dre Studios in here. We got you, Mod Me, which is, that's Jack. What's going on, Jack? So, it was just great. Wendy did the piece. April did a great piece of a cancer girl. She's laying in bed. She's got the book in front of her. The back of the book says compliments of CB4K. Their shirts are beautiful. Rodney did a piece. Now we've got Pitter Patter on there. We're Buddy and Dude reading a book to a child in bed at a hospital. And we've got the one that Michael's wearing right there. You've got the Mark Stevie 4K shirt, which is up there, which has the arc reactor. And it's got the comic books for kids logo. And you can get the unofficial Stefan Papadopoulos I'm a Titan for CB4K. And so one of the things that grew from that was the Comic Books for Kids charity auction. I was super busy with everything I had going on, so I didn't do anything with it at first. But, Mark had asked me, would you be able to auction off stuff? So I reached out. Michael immediately got a hold of me. April sent me the original art, the T-shirt with my Tales from the Deep Kickstarter, and we've got stuff sent in pieces. Wendy sent in some custom books. Tiffany's added in some of her personalized stuff, and we've just had an outcry from the community, and it's been beautiful. It's been absolutely beautiful, and I appreciate everything that each and every one of you do for this, because this really means the world to me. And I just want you guys to know that. So now that we've got the mood out of the way, please, guys, check out that Indiegogo. I'm going to pop the link in the comments, but please check out Michael's Indiegogo. These books are done. They're printed. It's got, I think, 22 days left on it. And this stuff's ready to go. So once you guys back this, if you do his daughter's books, he will match that and send those to CV4K, which will then in turn send these to the hospitals, which I think is an awesome thing, because what's better than 6, 7, 8-year-old kid getting a comic book and being like, a 9-year-old girl drew, wrote, colored, and made this. Like, it's an inspiration for them. Give them something to look forward to. It's really awesome. So what are you doing, Smithers? Are you still at the strip club? Or did you shut the place down or something? I gotta know, man.
I was working and I worked later, and now I'm in my car.
Oh,
like normally. Normally in my car.
I'm sorry, man. Listen to this. Like this guy, and I'm forcing him to be in his car. It's like slave labor or something. We got,
Oh no, I'm usually in my car buying comics, so you're okay.
Oh, you're
some back alley trading going on.
No, I literally had the cops like twice stop and ask me what's going on.
Yeah. During Doghouse episodes, all of a sudden they'd be like, "Wait, I gotta stop. The cops are here."
One was a Jesse Witzman artist alley. And the cop's like, "What are you doing?" And I'm like, "I'm watching an artist draw. Like, what's going on?" Like, why are you stopping me?
He's like,
I'm in a parking lot this time as opposed to like on the street, so we're good.
Yeah, he like rolls down his window, says to the cops, "Do you want some comics?"
Right.
Well, the first time it happened, I was like in a parking lot. It was like 2 a.m, or like no, it was like midnight. Yeah, I was talking to Doug Kiesel right after the Doghouse show, and the cop's like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, I'm buying comics," and he's like, "Is that a euphemism for drugs?" I'm like, "No." I felt like that was like a sad moment in my life. Like I was, no, it's really comics.
So now you need to start doing it like in Vegas, like passing it out.
Yeah.
Yeah, you start in cars, then you end up in back alleys, and it just goes downhill from there.
Well,
What's going on,
comics
Pete?
aren't so great to like other
What's going on?
nefarious things.
Well, it was really funny. So last night, like in our Pokemon group, so Tiffany and I are part of the Union Pokemon group. So people go out and we raid together and stuff, and we go to the park during community days and trade. And, it's a cool hangout, and the kids enjoy doing it. And so last night, this lady on there, messaged me, and she's like, "Hey, I want to buy one of your books." And somebody messages me directly and says, "This sounds like a drug deal going down in the Pokemon group." And I was like, "It is a drug deal because you've already read the book and you're hooked." What now? And she's been like on me. She's like, "When's book 2 coming out? I need to have it now." I was like, "Well, I have it, but you can't have it."
Yeah.
I know I'm a horrible person. And Wendy's going, "What? You have book 2 done and I haven't read it yet?" Look at her. She's giving me the mean mug.
Wait, who's giving you the mean look? There's like 8 panels, and I can't.
Wendy.
I can't. Wendy.
Wendy.
Ah.
Wendy,
I don't
she's
think
nice.
I'm mean mug.
Don't feel
I'm
bad.
just giving her a
Going
couple.
in her body.
He won't let me read it either, so.
Russell,
You're
send it to
dealing
me,
with
I'll read it
Azzies.
for you.
My face is.
Is that
She's
you trying to say
climbing
hi?
the curtains. She was
Hi,
literally
Azzy.
climbing the curtains.
What's Midnight doing?
Sleeping, as usual.
Oh. And so Jack says that Harbor Master has a very round look to him. And Smithers created a new slang for drugs. I'm buying comics.
Yep. Comics.
And it was
and
totally
games.
hilarious.
It's not
I
new.
said, I was like, it's not new. No.
That's not
at
new.
all.
It's been used before. No, I'm not even kidding. It's been used before.
And one
not
of,
even kidding. Trust me.
one other thing I wanted to talk about too, Michael, do you want to talk a little bit about this?
Oh yeah, sure. So
Then
that
it goes
is
to 8:30.
yeah. So that is like the next big project that I want to do, and hoping that this Indiegogo right now can raise enough money so that I can actually make that book to pay the artist so it can be done and ready for next year. So for everybody that backs a physical perk on this Indiegogo, you'll get this ash can. This is a 6-page ash can that has that's a preview of that book that will be probably starting in April. The art is by Ian Warriento. I don't know if anyone's familiar with Mighty Mascots from Alterna Comics. He did the art for that, so he's going to be doing the art for this book. And so I just printed this at home, and everybody who gets a physical perk for the Indiegogo will receive that.
Very cool. Now, what got your daughter into art? Was it just because you make comics and you make books and stuff like that, or was it something that she just kind of,
Well, I've been trying to get my kids into comics. Well, my son's only 4, so he can't really read yet. But my daughter, she's 9. So we used to live in Georgia and Savannah, and I took them to the Savannah Comic Con, and I used to take them to the comic store all the time. And Alterna had a couple of books kind of aimed towards younger kids. There was a book called Lilith's Dark. There was a book Amazing Age, and there was another one. And so I was just trying to get her into it, just pass on this love of comic books and stuff to my own kids. And at the beginning, she was totally against it. She just I'm not interested. I don't want that. And I'll just basically force it on her. I bought her that Lilith Dark book. She didn't even want it. But then after she read it, she was like, "Oh, where's book 2? I want to see issue 2. I want to see how it goes." So eventually, she got into it, and just I guess just her sitting here seeing me making these books. She's also likes to paint. I got her into painting, and she's got 60 paintings in her closet, and I sent you the paintings that she did, and so she's into art. She's all this kind of stuff. Now she's gotten into comic books, and it's just one day she just walked up to me right here, and she's like, "Hey, Dad, can I make my own comic?" I was like, "Of course you can." So,
Yes,
Look,
finally.
send her my
Walking to the
send
light.
her my way. Send her my way to paint, because I have about 150 little canvases ranging from 8x10 to 5x7 that I'm trying to get ready for New York Comic Con, and I could use all the help I can get. I'll give her a piece of it too. She can have. We got a 10x10 booth. She can have 2 feet and sell her stuff.
all right, we'll do that.
No problem. No problem. Yeah, send her my way.
All
I got it. Child labor laws are different
Well,
when
and
they're just drawing. She's just drawing.
And her art is
She's not working, she's
fantastic too. Her art's fantastic too. You know, the panda that she did, the bluebird, the flower. I love those paintings. And they don't sell real soon. I may end up buying them and just sending the money over because I like them. I'm gonna hang them right here in my studio so I can look at them. I love the bluebird. That one's my favorite.
Yeah. She's gotten a lot better.
I have a weird off-topic question. I see him like doing the sketches on the mailers. With all the postal issues that we've been having, is that like, are you like guaranteed your stuff's gonna actually make it to where it needs to go? Or are you inviting trouble?
This isn't okay. Anybody who's okay, I'm gonna show with some 2 examples. Drawing on mailers started as a thing decades ago. It's part of kind of like the graffiti culture. I'm out in New York, so it started as the graffiti culture. It's an easy way to tag something and then put it anywhere. And instead of doing a whole big wall and getting busted for spray painting, which I've never done. Okay, I've never taken spray paint at 3 a.m. and gone to truck stops and things.
Well, that's pretty specific
anyway,
for somebody that's never done that.
I don't know. I saw a show on Discovery on the web, on the interwebs, and I never done that. But anyway,
So that wasn't
I don't have
Discovery
on
on hard drive.
Yeah, all those things. So so a lot of guys and girls, graffiti folks like to tag these things. You get because they start off like this, like you said, priority mailers. And then you can tag them, you can slap them, and slaps, and that's the nickname that they have, slaps. You can slap them anywhere. Just take one and slap it wherever, like you're walking down the street, boom, it's on a mailbox, boom. You see them all over the bars and all over everywhere here in the city. All sorts of stuff just everywhere. So, so eventually, when graffiti culture in the 80s became a little bit mainstream, thanks to guys like Basquiat and Keith Haring and stuff like that, and even Andy Warhol, these started to become kind of like little art things. So now you could do, all sorts of stuff like this and either tag some more stuff or sell them or just do them for people. Like I end up doing them for extras, like when people get a sketch cover from me or when people buy something from me at the table. I'm like, hey, look, I got a stack of these, grab a couple, take them with you. Or I had a little box actually. I have the box here, right here. Is this the box? This is the box. I have a little box that I put on my tables.
Cool.
And I'll put a stack of these. I actually had about 100 of these before the last show, and just stick them in there. Hey, grab as many as you want. 2 for $1.
Oh, that's
nothing
awesome.
crazy, nothing whatever. So yeah, and yes, number one, the post office offers these for free. So and until that changes, I'm going to keep collecting and keep a hobby that I've been doing for a hobby. Yeah, it's a hobby I've had since I was. It's a 30-year-old hobby, so I don't think I'm going to. I don't think it is really going to try to stop me too much right now.
Nah, man, that's awesome. No, I thought you were actually mailing them. Like, you had a cover and you were mailing them, and I'm like, whoa.
You can.
No, yeah, but I mean, but it's like sending cards. Like you don't want to send money in it because you're worried somebody's gonna like 5-finger discount your the card that has the money in it. So it's like, oh, okay. So then I start to wonder when you're mailing stuff, it's nice to have like cool sketches and stuff on them, but by having art on there, all of a sudden it becomes like a beacon of like, oh, that's cool. I'm gonna take that.
Well, it's fun.
Do you know how to get around that?
No, I was actually about to say what I do to get around that. You draw first off. You can draw shitty art and just put that on, and then they won't want to steal it. But you could do that. But like I have these little guys that I'm putting out in the mail for some folks that commissioned me. Just some little thing. They're 6x9s. I put some extras in them, and then what ends up happening is stuff like that, stuff like this, and then what happens is I'll get a little mailer about this size, get some cardboard, so it's nice and rigid, so it doesn't fold. I like sending everything flat. I despise rolling things for people. It brings back bad convention memories. So I'll mail it flat, but what I'll do is the label side, I'll put the label with the names and address. And this is blank, or I'm not going to dox anybody or anything. Excuse me. I'll put the name and addresses here, and on the blank side, I'll do a quick ink sketch. Batman, Spider-Man, or maybe the character, like maybe I'll do another Eddie on this when I send this one or something like that. Or I'll cover it with stickers from my studio stickers or something like that. And we'll just put those on and just send them off. So every envelope... A lot of people tell me they end up saving their envelopes that we send them. That my studio sends them. Because we always drawing stuff on... Yeah, it's just little stuff that, and it's not marketing. It's not a plan. And it's... Yeah, Trish knows. Trishy's gotten a lot of our extras. It's not a marketing thing. It's not a thing. It's just like... I like getting extra fun stuff when I order something. Like all the little extra tchotchkes and stuff that I got when I got Xeon Nanite Tatons from Russell. I was like a little kid at Christmas when I did the live unboxing, so why not have, I like to share that energy.
Totally. That's awesome.
Yeah, and Trish said it best. It's just like getting a Kickstarter from Wendy. You get the tractor trailer pulls up and trying to figure out how to back up in your your subdivision. And then Tiffany goes outside to get the mail and says the package is too heavy to bring in. What did I order this time?
Just imagine what my house looks like during Kickstarter season.
Oh my God. Which is year round, right?
Yeah, I was going to say, it's a season.
Oh, there goes Harbor Master again. He must be getting blasted by waves.
He keeps getting kicked out.
He does. Poor stuff. And we've got Dre in here. What's going on, Dre? You're muted, bud. So if you answer, there you go. Now he's unmuted. What's up, buddy?
What now?
How long you been hanging out back there?
I don't know. I didn't realize I was in.
He didn't realize you were in. And we've just been watching you paint.
What's going on?
Not much, buddy. Thanks for joining in with us tonight. So, yeah, we're just having a fun panel, doing some BS, and I figured I'd bring in as many people as I could. We'd have fun. And what I was going to say a minute ago about a way around that is I drew, my Baby Yoda on Sarah's package, and I wrote baby pictures, do not pen. So, nobody's going to steal that. It's somebody else's baby pictures with the little Baby Yoda. And so,
It's so cute.
I know, Tiffany was sweet enough. She made stickers for me on her Cricut and cut them out for me. She's like, hey, I need stickers for you. I was like, sweet, I'm going to throw this in everybody's packages. I'm like, hey, I need some more. I've already sent them all out. And then, of course, you get the staff pool. Dun, dun, dun. Oh, we got Harbor Master back in. Harbor Master! I'm sorry you keep getting kicked, Staff.
I don't know, every few seconds, StreamYard goes, nope, you're out.
Oh, it does that to me all the time. And it drives me crazy. But, so you want to talk about your project?
Sometimes closing the window and then starting it back up and completely leaving and coming back in will fix that glitch.
Wow, that sounds like a lot of work.
It's really not.
Leave after the color is.
It's pressing 3 buttons, but
Oh,
yeah,
that's two more than he wants to hit.
Yeah, I guess. Really? Because I just had 3 jobs today. I actually was an artist at a bat mitzvah today.
Oh, really?
Oh, all right.
Yeah, it was great. It was way more than what I expected. It was so much fun. It was like being the only guy at a con. It was madness.
Yeah, we need Steph's art book info.
Yeah, so that's what I was going to say. I was going to answer Trish. So, Trish, I try not to put that stuff in the description because if somebody goes to Bad Carry website, and it's not there, they may not go back to look for it again because they think it's either sold out or it doesn't exist. So I want to add that until next week's shows in order to facilitate keeping from people from thinking it doesn't
Hi,
exist.
Carrie.
So,
Hi,
Carrie.
Hi.
So tell us about the art book that's dropping on the 1st at 8 p.m. I believe.
It's awesome.
Friday.
Friday the 1st at
Friday.
8
That's
p.m.
Friday at
Eastern.
8 o'clock. Eastern Standard Time.
So beautiful.
It is a 24-page, just a little Halloween.
Cool.
Want to talk about it, Seth? Want to show it?
Yeah, it's 24 pages. Each little monster girl character has a little poem that goes along with it, and fully colored.
Those
We sold
colors
all
are
the ori-
beautiful.
Oh,
Yeah.
thank you.
We sold all the original artwork on a live stream a couple days ago.
She's one of my favorites.
Yeah, that one's great.
That purple is beautiful.
And we probably made a big mistake because we only printed 50.
It is a special run.
And it wasn't for our Facebook people. Oh, you're cute. For Facebook and all our regular peeps from our show and our live stream, 50 copies would have been enough probably, and that's kind of why we wanted to do it. Do a fun book for a regular fan. But the requests I'm getting off of Instagram, I'm like, should have probably made it 100. Because
No, but
I
this is
think a
going
lot
to
of
make it
people,
really special.
yeah, to make it special, but I'm afraid to.
So it's going to be on the website. Steph,
Oh man, that's the bad thing about having older devices. See that? So that's why I'm not getting kicked. It's my phone was too old. That's why I was getting kicked all the time. I'm on this new fancy schmancy iPad, so unfortunately, stuff's going live from a jitterbug.
StreamYard doesn't like Safari at all.
Jitterbug, dun dun dun.
Or even Firefox for that matter, unfortunately.
It's like the only
And
two
he's
things
back.
there.
There he is.
There's a few. I mean, it would prefer you to be on a desktop or something with a hardwired connection.
Probably.
Sorry, I read into these things.
here. We're having we have really bad thunderstorms tonight, so that's probably why we're getting kicked off.
Yeah, that's always gonna do it. Yeah, that's always gonna do it.
Sure,
So
Carrie. Don't blame it on such jitterbug. I'm sorry. I don't mean to laugh. Stuff.
Sorry. That was too perfect.
She's like, nope. You're not gonna blame it on such jitterbug. Access denied. Alright, hold on. Stuff's coming back in. Either that or he threw it out in the ocean. We're just gonna see waves. There he is!
What time is it launching on Friday?
Yes, real quick, it is going to be launching at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Friday, October 1st. So there you heard it, folks. You can get the Steph Wilson Halloween Special Art Book. I think they should totally do a Halloween edition. See, look, man. Every time I give an idea, I just totally get blocked.
Are they launching on Kickstarter or Indiegogo?
It's just our website.
No, it's going to be on his website. You got to go to Bad Carried, and I'll be sharing it all out this week. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe I got to make sure I can get me a copy first. I don't know. There is only.
Well, I tried to claim the box when he showed it on Facebook. He wouldn't let me. So.
Look at you.
Yeah,
Steph said he's out. The storm is too bad. So everyone, please check out Steph's book. I will post the website in there. It will not be on there until Friday. That's when it'll be available. So please check it out. I apologize, Steph. Go ahead, Wendy. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to cut you off.
Did you make the weather?
That's Russell's side project. Is controlling the weather.
It must be.
Oh, okay. I haven't been around much, so I've been in my cave.
Yes, thank you, Jack. It is funny. It is funny. He's always talking to me about my AOL dial-up, and look who can't even stay on today.
He says he's sorry, but it keeps kicking him out again and again and again. So I don't think he's coming back.
Yeah, no, he's not. He messaged me. He said, "Sorry, buddy, the storm's too bad." I told him, "Thanks for trying. We appreciate you being here."
Yeah.
Technology.
So what about you, April? What have you got going on? I mean, I know we've got this one fun thing that, we've been talking about, and don't worry, everybody. He said I heard the AOL comment. So, we've got this going on, coming soon to Kickstarter. We got Squeegasm coming soon to Kickstarter, October 21st and November 6th. So everyone, I want you to remember that November 6th date, is April and I are going to have a closeout party. I'm sure Wendy's going to be invited. But we're going to get trashed. We're going to be like, yes, we're doing this closeout party. I'm not going to get trashed. I'll be sipping on some, Lipton zero sugar tea because I can't drink, unfortunately. But we'll still have fun. All right, you're crazy. You don't even want to see me mess up.
No, I don't know, Wendy. You don't drink either, do you?
No.
I'll be the only one that'll be like, yeah, baby, it's over.
And you're the one who should be drinking. You're doing all the work, girl.
Girl, it is awesome. Okay, so I enjoy this whole October thing. It's the 1 month out of the year that I'm like, oh, that freak flag can totally fly. I'm the most vanilla person around. So half of the list I actually wind up having to look up because I don't fucking know what it is. But it's really, really fun because I get to really explore anatomy and trying to not do the lowest hanging fruit possible. So I don't know. I incorporate a lot of different things to make it interesting for me. Because so trying to push that envelope as far as I can without getting completely banned. Yeah, therein lies a very unique challenge. Aw, that one was so awesome. So anyway, I did it last year by accident, and I had way more fun than I thought I would. And it all came about because a friend of mine had told me that there was an alternative to Inktober. Apparently, that guy had copyrighted it, so every time you do the hashtag of Inktober, it just plugs his book or whatever. And it just felt like a really, I don't know, shady thing. So the fact that Justin had come up or had informed me of an alternative, and a unique alternative at that, I just couldn't shy away from the challenge. In fact, that's what.
Hold that thought for a second, April. I don't mean to interrupt you. Michael's got to go. Thanks so much for being here, Michael. Have fun with the family. Everyone, please check out his project, and we'll have you on again, I'm sure.
All right. Sorry to cut and run.
You're fine. Have a great night.
It's nice meeting you all.
The Jake Parker Inktober thing is so much worse than that.
The what?
Because he did copyright. Jake Parker invented Inktober, the hashtag, and it gets worse than that. He did copyright it, and that's fine. But and then I'm sorry to cut you off real quick, but I'm just gonna, while it's fresh. Someone else had been doing art books, and they decided to do, hey, this is what I did during Inktober. So John Doe's Inktober sketchbook. And it's not like he sold 5 million copies on Kickstarter or anything. He was selling them each. He self-published them each at cons. And Jake Parker, instead of, hey, I'm an artist too, I came up with that. Yo, can we work on something with this? He actually sent them just straight up a cease and desist letter.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So that's why a lot of people said it was very shitty, because he didn't. Hey buddy, hey, I'm an artist, and that's hot.
That's awesome.
Sorry, I got distracted by the hotness. Sorry, continue.
I know, right?
I'm gonna shut up now.
Isn't it beautiful?
It's freaking awesome, and the colors are so fire.
Thank you. You'd never guess it was colored pencil.
Prismacolors do wonders.
Yeah, they do. But yeah, I really enjoyed doing these. Basically, they're anatomy studies once you break it down, and it just was a lot of fun. And so I decided to do a variety of items. I don't know, it's just working with colored pencil, working with markers, trying to push a few boundaries here and there. It was a lot of fun. I guarantee 31 pages, but every kinky sketch that I do for the entire month goes into it. So I was able to put 52 pieces plus a mini print into last year's book. This year's going to be the same. If I get more than one request on a day, or if I happen to do a few a la carte options, I will throw it in there. And so it could potentially be 52 pages again. I definitely try to give you the best bang for your buck kind of option. This year I'll have more. Yeah, I'll tell you, that one on the left, that one was my favorite. Just like you get that squishiness of her thigh, like where his hand's at, like it's just awesome. You can almost feel the gravity. So I don't know, it was super fun to do. And
you're making him blush.
I know.
Cheeks are all red.
So, oh my god, I can't show this one. I can't show this one. I didn't know it was muted, but when you said bang for your buck, I was like, heh, bang.
But yeah, it's super fun. It is really just, I don't know, like I'd never done anything like this before. And I had such a rush doing the art and trying to put it together in publication. So the Centaur one on that left-hand side, oh my gosh, somehow, some way, it wound up with like 500 likes or more on Instagram. It like, I don't know if it hit like a weird group and there was a lot of people going, whoa, what? But it was awesome. I've never had that amount of activity on a piece of art before.
We're just gonna cover the page on the other side.
One with candle. Oh my gosh, April, that one is just one of my favorites. It is so beautiful.
This one is awesome.
Yeah, the way you hit the lighting on it, it is gorgeous.
Thank you.
Absolutely
I used
beautiful.
the Copic airbrushing system for that. It was epic. Thank you so much.
And you're doing requests for your Kinktober this time, right?
Yes,
you're doing the detail for it.
Yes, ma'am. I have the pre-order list listed onto my pages on Instagram. It's under Raina_art, I think. Let me grab my own business card. Hold on. Yeah, Raina_art. On Facebook, I have a Raina Art fan page. And Raina is spelled Reyna, by the way. And then if you want all my dank dark memes and whatever BS I happen to be doing, you're welcome to friend me on as April Grady Raina on Facebook as well. I have the pre-order list up there, and for a single character, the cost is $45, and that includes shipping. For dual character, it's going to be $50 and then $55 for 3 or more characters.
April, I have to ask about this one. What's up with the face?
They like tall women.
You got this giant woman and this dude looking at her. It's like she's like, haha, I got your balls on the mantle. And he's just like, oh. Like all I can think of is Tim the Toolman Taylor. It's like Al Borland.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Doris.
Oh my goodness. But yeah, no, it was sensational. I really, there was a couple of them where I'm like, I don't even know what I'm gonna do, and you just wind up like stop thinking about it and send it just to paper. Oh, and I love the aftercare one because you wound up getting the little kitty hugs, and then the little kitty hugs. And then the very back page, the back cover is the artwork from Justin Miller. He's the guy that totally tempted me into this debauchery. So it felt right to kind of throw a little bit of a nod his way for, doing that. I love his art. He's such a cool guy to talk to and whatnot. And it was a great opportunity that surpassed my expectations. And I'm hoping that it goes well again this year. I sent Russ my layout that I'm working with for my cover art. And I took these two pieces and put them together in order to make a piece, the cover for this upcoming campaign. So, and if you want to show that one, you can, Russ. So I used Photoshop to superimpose it, and I really liked how it came out. Just a little bit naughty, but not horrible.
Just a little bit.
Just a little bit, yeah. So a lot more of that type of art is definitely on its way. I'm finishing up some sequential art right now. And right after I get done with that, I will be launching headfirst into Kinktober. And it's just going to be amazing. I can't wait.
Yeah, I just know better. I mean, I don't know. The last time we were live talking about Kinktober, Gus was saying, you had all kinds of books and stuff you were referring to. I mean, I don't know about April being truthful about this vanilla stuff or not.
Oh my God, no. So a lot of I'm so boring. I really am.
Gus, poor Gus, just got thrown under the bus, and all has been revealed.
Oh, are you seriously telling me that he doesn't benefit from this wild ride? No, so all of my books are like anatomy books. They're the ones that they had like from ASU and stuff for like life drawing classes. Yeah, like they're not that outlandish. But it is really interesting to like break down the anatomy of from the ball and socket to the elbow to the wrist, and how that comes, how it works, or even from like the small of the back all the way down through the glutes to the calves and the arches of the feet and stuff like that. And then when you start getting real crazy, which totally did a couple times, you start taking animal anatomy and incorporating it. So like Unicorn Girl has like hooves for feet. So you get like that weird like ankle to hoof like thing going on. I don't know, whatever. Or like the centaur, it's like, okay, at what point does the body break apart and how sexy can that actually be? Like it gets really interesting. If you're going to put antlers or a horn on somebody, like, can you do it successfully without having them get impaled while they're thrusting? I don't know. These are the weird questions that got to come up. I don't know. Are they...
And I love that you can answer those questions for us, so we don't have to find out on our own. We'll let you do the work.
If anybody has any questions, April has all the answers.
Yeah, April has them. You want to know something?
Let your imagination just run wild. I don't know.
So this is really funny. So on Hooked on Comics, they had this coloring book, and I was like so adamant to get this coloring book because I wanted to make Tiffany blush. And I think I have it too. I'll have to show it off. I gotta go in my comic closet. Yeah. Since everybody keeps wondering where I keep disappearing to, I got demoted to a comic closet, which Wendy knows all about that. She's seen all the pictures in my living room. She goes, "Good God, you have that many books?" And I was like, "Yeah, I know. I can't believe I carry." Yeah, you be quiet, Tiffany. Don't shake your head. I don't have enough.
Bullshit.
Half of them are Wendy's. I'm just kidding. But, it's this Fawns and Faeries coloring book. I was like, "Oh, Tiffany, I won this coloring book, and, you're absolutely going to love it." And it came in, and she's flipping through it, and she's like, "Oh, my God." And I was laughing so hard. It was like the Kingtober coloring book, totally. It was hilarious. Which was one of the things that would be fun. You should include, just some line art and do, a coloring book version where people can color their own. I think that would be awesome. And one question before I get too derailed into this crazy kinkiness, is do you still have any copies of the first one available, and will that be available on the campaign coming up?
Yes, I do have some on hand, but I have made a tier available without limitation because I can order more. I'm using the same print company from last October for this October, and I'll go ahead and put in another order. That way, if anybody missed last year's or was a little iffy on whether or not they could go down that path, it is available, and it won't have all of the extras that last year had unless you manage to get one of the copies that I actually have. But you'll get the mini print, and you'll get the 52-page book with the order. So that part I can guarantee. I will be at Baltimore Comic-Con at the Naughty Faeries table with Wendy. We'll be at B44, and I'll have a handful of books on site of last year's campaign, but obviously this year's isn't finished yet, so we'll be having those available online for sure. But yeah.
Russell, where'd you get all those pictures of me?
Oh,
I don't think you're supposed to say that.
So he's covering mine, but that's full throttle there.
Right?
That gets you. That gets
colored. It's just line art. It's a spaceship.
Yeah, that gets you. That gets you banned.
Is that what they're calling it these days?
Russ, you do a kids charity, in all seriousness.
Are you doing kissy cards with Wendy? Both on one card, sexy, in my opinion.
Okay, I will shut the fuck up. Then.
We could. April, you want to do kiss cards at the show?
Sure. I've never done that before.
We can totally do that. That would be fun. That's actually a really good idea.
Yeah.
Hey, I still think we should get Steph in on doing some of these kiss cards. I mean, when are we gonna? He's not here to defend himself.
Carrie and I tried. He was having none of it.
No.
Well, see what she's gonna do. She's gotta wait till he goes to sleep and just smoosh it on there and just be like, whoop. He's gonna wake up. He's gonna look in the mirror and be like, "What happened last night?"
Oh my God. Can you imagine? It's going to be the sloppiest thing ever. I'm going to wind up having lipstick on my freaking thumb, and it's going to lay right across this thing. And, it's going to look like Bozo the Clown did the kiss cards.
Then what I'll do is I'll send them to you ahead of time, and you just bring them with you, and that way they're done. And I put them in those little clear sheets so they don't get lipstick on stuff.
Got it.
Because that's a good point. You don't want to have lipstick on your art unless they want us kissing the books, but I don't think anybody wants us, spreading COVID.
So, Tiffany, what have you been working on lately?
Shirts.
Speaking of which, you need to get that Wendy shirt finished. So I can get them shipped off to Wendy. Wendy's probably like, "Where's my tank tops at? It's going to be winter by the time I get them."
Well, that's okay. It's 75 degrees here in the wintertime. We're good.
I do have one of them underneath of me. Hang on, and I'll show it to you.
Because I can rock flip flops all year long.
Hell yeah!
Oh,
I don't know what I'm gonna
I'm
do when
so
I go
sorry
to
for you.
Baltimore. I'm not gonna be able to wear my flip flops, right?
I'm so sorry for you.
We'll be able to wear flip flops in Baltimore. It'll be fine.
Okay.
Now
I'm excited. We can
okay, so here's one of them. I don't know. I don't know how to do this.
There it is.
It is so beautiful. I got that one.
Aww. That's so cool. I like that. It's pretty.
So pretty.
Yay.
I've been having supply issues getting my stuff. Like the vinyl and stuff like that. I've been having supply issues getting all of that stuff. So that's why it's taken me forever.
You know what it is? Is right now, still so many people are at home or they've shifted their careers. They were working full time and now they're doing their passion and they haven't come back into the workforce. So a lot of everything is out. Like if you try to get, like you were saying, the vinyls, if you're trying to buy sticker stuff or clear laminates and things like that, markers, pens, bags and boards, Geminis even have been really difficult to get a hold of. Really? So yeah, it's just one of those things you have to just kind of buy early. So like I bought 400 Geminis back, oh gosh, I bought them 6 months ago so that I would have them in time for fulfillment for the Kickstarter.
Wow.
That's a good idea.
So right. I just buy in large bulk and I buy it months and months in advance so it's sitting here, which again adds to the Kickstarter chaos that is at the house. But I have all this stuff.
But at least you have it, yeah.
So it's kind of like a trade-off. Like what's going to be better, having all the stuff in the house? I mean, Christmas is going to be really hard because I haven't figured out how I'm going to hide everything at Christmas time. I don't know where it's all going.
So what you can do is you can build a Gemini fort. So it can be wedged against a wall here and wedged against the wall here. You can pile the presents inside and then wedge something on top. Or
just throw the Gemini tree.
Huh?
Problem solved. The Gemini tree.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah. Now you're talking.
I don't mean to cut you guys off, but Pete's got to cut out real quick, so I wanted to give him a chance to say goodbye to everyone. Pete, thanks so much for joining in and drawing with us and chatting with us.
Appreciate it. Sorry, everybody. And ladies going to Baltimore.
Bye, Pete.
Depending on how New York runs, is when I'll find out if I'm going to Baltimore again. So
Well, I hope
I'll
you
see
do.
you there. I will let you know because I enjoyed both
That
times I
would
was there. Well, New York needs to be a monster, really. So we'll see what happens. It usually is, so I'm not worried. But yeah, thank you, everybody. Appreciate the time. Appreciate. I had a blast. But I'll see y'all later.
Bye.
And then there were 6. Wow, it got really quiet here. He must have been the one with the background noise. It's like all of a sudden it went pure silence.
Yeah, New York City
I
is
naughty in
definitely a
here.
bucket list for me. Like I want to do that show really, really, really bad. I haven't been back to New York City since 2000. I was gonna go back in 2001, and then the Twin Tower issue, and it just didn't work out. So
I haven't been on the East Coast, so this gets to be my first time on the East Coast, and I get to hang out with April and Steph and Carrie Ann, CB, Alton, Jim.
Dustin's going to be there.
Dustin's going to be there, so it's going to be really cool. A lot of fun. Now, Smithers, you're not on the East Coast. You're south.
No, I grew up on the East Coast. I live in Wisconsin now, unfortunately.
So cheesy.
It's not your favorite?
What was that?
It's not your favorite?
I moved out here right after college, and I broke up with my fiance, and my father was like, "Hey, move out here, live with us." Then since then, I moved to Minneapolis. I lived there for a year, lived in Chicago for 5 or 6 years. But I miss my family, so I moved back to Wisconsin. Because my parents moved out here when I was in college, so now most of my family lives out here. So my
The
brothers and
irony
sisters.
The irony would be if you hated cheese.
No, see, when I first moved here, like Wisconsin was like the East Coast back in the 80s. Like when I moved out here in 2000, 2001. But now, like, it's kind of caught up to like the regular part of the world. But I used to hate it here a lot, but I don't mind it now. There's a decent comic shop. There's some game shops that are really good, and I work all the time, so it doesn't even matter.
So what you're saying is people move from cheese wheels to actual wheels now. They have like real rims with tires.
They do. I mean, they still have the cheese wheels. Like you go to the gas stations, they have like cheese curd everywhere. It's crazy.
It's good.
But I moved out here, like McDonald's had bratwursts, and that was Johnsonville brats, and that was weird.
What?
Yeah.
That's insane.
Yeah, during like football season, they get Johnsonville brats. I mean, they don't anymore, but for like the first 5 or 6 years I lived here, it was like Johnsonville brats every September through like December.
Hell yes.
It's okay. Look,
Welcome to McDonald's. Would you like to get a McVina?
When I went to New York a few summers ago, where I grew up, up near like the New Hampshire part, they had lobster rolls at McDonald's, which was really weird. So they were like $9 a piece, but they were lobster rolls. Never tried.
Yeah, see, the most crazy we get out here is if we get the McRib, when it makes its gentle appearance for a week.
Which is disgusting.
Yeah. It's like Salisbury steak with barbecue sauce on it. It's gross. It gives
That's not
me
even good
heartburn.
barbecue sauce.
Yeah, I know. Gotta get that Szechuan.
No, you should be
Szechuan
in a
sauce.
parking lot.
Listen, Jack, I'll come to your house and take you out here soon. You're kink shaming me. You're telling me what to do. What the F?
Yeah. Saying that you moved to be in Tom's backyard. I mean, that's it. We're going to have to smack her a little bit.
That's why I'm always.
So what do you got going on?
Me?
No. Sorry, go ahead. I didn't mean to cut you off.
Oh, no. Like, that's why I'm always in my car when I'm on shows, or because I just go to the person's backyard and I can claim all the comics fast. It's crazy. Like my local comic shop has live shows now since COVID, and I can't claim crap on their show. Like I get outclaimed all the time to the point where I'm just like, I don't even want to be on this show. I get so frustrated because every other show I'm on, I'm always almost the first person to claim anything. I don't know if it's just like the way their internet is or whatever, but it's just crazy.
Somebody's got faster internet than you in Wisconsin.
Mm-hmm.
Possibly. But I have faster than everybody else.
You need to track them down. Get that taken care of.
Well, you are mobile in a car, so that works. That works out.
Yeah, well, see, the problem is right now he's at Jack's house, waiting outside, waiting for him to pop by the window, any second now.
It's probably Jack that's sniping it right out from under you, too. You're like, oh.
Jack's just jealous. He doesn't have internet to even get on the internet half the time. Every time he's on a live show, he just gets off, comes back on, gets off, comes back on. When he was on the Doghouse show the other night, every time he'd pop up, Jack Napier's watching with you. I'm like, hi again, Jack. He's like, what are you talking about? He was always confused. Great.
Shots fired. Dang. It's getting heavy in here. Right, what you working on there, bud?
No, I love Jack. Jack's a good guy. What am I working on?
I do too. Dre.
Just
Venom.
Put that bigger so we can see it.
Yeah, I'm sitting here trying to look at it. I'm like, oh, I can make it bigger. Dude, that's awesome.
Awesome.
That is great.
Very cool.
He does such great work. His pieces are freaking phenomenal. Well, April, you know that because you got one of Dre's pieces from. Maybe I'm not supposed to say that. Yeah.
Oh yeah! No kidding. Oh, ow!
I forgot that it's special.
No,
I didn't want to let the cat out of the bag.
I knew it said Andre. I didn't realize it was D. Ray. So yeah.
Yeah, Dre Studios.
Sorry. I'm dumb.
No, that's all right.
I haven't.
Sorry, guys. I'm ravaging the cooler from the market today. Getting me another one of my.
Live unwrapping. This is exciting.
Did you get
I
a lot of
know.
vegetables there, Russell?
No, I didn't
that's
get any
yeah,
Up on
I
the
love
asparagus?
that piece. That is so good.
It
Oh
is.
yeah, his
Oh, yeah,
thinker
you got
was.
that. Okay.
Hell yeah. In fact, we were just watching Peter Capaldi on Doctor Who, and I'm just like, yeah, yeah. It was epic.
So when is he getting that as a present?
Well, birthday and anniversary are coming up in October, so
Oh,
it'll be one of
he's gonna be
those.
excited. That's a beautiful
Sweet.
piece.
I hope. Hopefully, it's not watching. Otherwise, well, whatever.
Oh yeah, I don't
Yep.
think Gus is in here. I haven't seen anything, any mention or. Let's see,
Nah,
what did
he's
he
probably
say?
asleep by now. Poor guy. He
Good job,
had
Russell. You
a
just ruined the
6-day
surprise.
work week and just flew in. So I know he's just dropped dead tired.
Yeah, he could be outside my window.
Do you think Spider-Man is going to actually choke out Venom, or if he's just going to hit him with his tongue?
Yeah, that's not far from me. I think he's like an hour from me.
Well, no, he's
Yeah, he is.
back home.
Yeah, he's an hour, a
That
little
means if I
over an
murder
hour
Jack,
from you.
I can come see you. That's awesome.
Yeah, see, I was already planning my trip. I was telling Wendy I guess a week ago. I was like, come March, I want to come up and visit you. And so I was talking to Jack. I was like, hey, I'm going to come visit you too. I'm like, what's your address? So I was like plotting coordinates from you to him, and I'm like, oh man, it's an hour from there. I'm like, that's not too bad. I can do this. We can all get together, and Jack's already planning like every restaurant. And he's like, dude, there's so many restaurants I want to take you to. I'm like, whoa. He's like, we've got this Italian one, and he's like, it's kind of expensive. Like, we can go ahead and take that one off the list. So the list just got smaller. I'm like, what do we have that's cheap and good? He's like, well, we got this Chinese restaurant with fried chicken. I'm like, ooh, that sounds great. I'm like, how's the chicken? He's like, I don't know, I haven't had it. Well, I forgot, it's Louisiana style fried chicken, so of course it's spicy, and he doesn't do spicy.
Oh, bummer.
Yeah, I
Is
know.
that a Chinese restaurant with Louisiana style chicken?
Yeah, I know. That's what I thought. I'm like, how crazy is that? He sent me a picture of his
Isn't
food.
that just a Louisiana style chicken restaurant? With noodles?
No, it's like a legit Chinese restaurant, and then they have Louisiana style fried chicken as well. Let's see. Jack said, I love you as well, Smithers. Trish said, as soon as Mike is better, we want a road trip to several of your areas. Well, you don't live too far from me, Trish. But no, it's a Chinese restaurant. He ordered orange chicken, and he had chicken and potatoes. It was the weirdest thing I ever seen. I was like, chicken and potatoes, and it was like steak fries. Hold on, I got a picture, and I'll show it. And he was like, and so I wanted Chinese so much. After that show, Tiffany ended up getting some orders in, and she's like, "Yay, we're getting Chinese tonight." I was like, "Yes." But yeah, so here it is, right here. Here's the. Hold on, let's make it big screen so everybody can see. So yeah, it was.
Ooh. That looks so
It's
good.
like fries.
Huh. Awesome.
Oh, that's great. Adriana hasn't been feeling good. Her allergies are bothering her. She's getting sick. That's why Tiffany disappeared. But yeah, I was like, Chinese and potatoes. What is that? And he's like, I'll just send you a picture. It's easier. So who's doing C2E2?
Yes.
You're doing C2E2,
I was
right,
gonna
Wendy?
ask that too.
I'll be with April at April's table
Okay.
at C2.
I'm like a stone's throw away from Chicago, so I'm so excited that you guys are going to be there.
Yay!
Awesome.
Oh, that'll be awesome. I can't wait to meet you, Smithers.
Smithers!
Oh, I know. Excellent.
But yeah, I'm hoping we get to go C2E2 because the last one we did was in 2019. I don't know about December with the way things have been going for us. I really want to go because I know all you guys are going to go be there, and it's not that far from us. It's only like a 5-hour drive for us to get there. So, And C2E2 is such a blast. We had such a great time in 2019. And the great part is, too, is if you guys go there, and in case I don't go, almost always Mark is set up there, so you get to meet Mark in person with CB4K.org. So you guys can go by and swing by and check out his table. And they usually have exclusive comics there that are like CB4K edition. Because I have all of them. There's a Transformers one, and then there's another one, and they're really, really cool books. They get custom covers for them. I even ended up getting one of them signed and graded at C2E2 when we went. But that's definitely a plus. If you guys do go, please seek out the CB4K. Or just message me and ask me if Mark's there, and I can let you know where he's at. And you guys can go up and meet him in person. 'Cause I'm sure he would love to meet you guys. With you guys doing the art for the T-shirt, and and having talked to you guys, he would love to meet you and tell you guys thank you in person.
Aw. Well, if he thinks of it, maybe we can do like a jam piece or something and auction it off or something like that.
Hey, that would be cool. Yeah, you guys could work on it. I'll message him and see if he's going in December, because he's only like an hour north of it. And if he's going, and I'll get with you guys and see if that's something you guys want to do. You guys can put it at a table or whatever, and he can auction it off at the table for the doors or whatever. That would be a great idea if you're up to it.
Or like they could do like a little raffle 10, and people can buy a raffle ticket for $1 or something like that, and then like at the end of the show get the actual physical piece of art.
Yeah,
that would be awesome. That's a good idea. We will talk more about that in this April. And let's go to Miss Wendy Steen Shayner down here. We keep kind of glossing over her down there. What have you got going on coming up here soon?
Oh my gosh, I have two big projects that are in the works. First, I have Luna Tales, which is a all ages story about a baby dragon who really wants to become a superhero and do some good in the world. And I'm super, super, super excited for it. April has been working so hard on some amazing sequentials on Russ's story, because Russ wrote a story for Luna Tales. It's an anthology style book. So I've got 10 different writers, 10 different interior artists. I have different colorists, all working on different stories for the first volume of Luna Tales. I'm hoping to get it completed and ready by October to launch it. If not, then it will be pushed back until after Naughty Fairy Con, which is January 1st. And we did Naughty Fairy Comic Con. We've done 2 years in a row. So this one in 2022, January 1st, will be our third one. And I'm super excited for that. That's going to be a relaunch of Sireness and a cosplay book of the ladies of Naughty Fairies. And I'm super excited for that. We've got some new cosplay images that are going to be in there. Some new cosplayers.
So can we show off some the one of the pictures you sent me?
Yes, because it's adorable.
Is Naughty Fairy Con the toddler battle royale thing?
Yes, Toddler Fight Club. Yes.
Yeah.
Yep, Toddler Fight Club will be making a return, I'm sure, for Naughty Fairy Comic Con.
Oh, don't worry, I'll get the bounce house set up. We'll get the sock and boppers, and we're just gonna let Roderick and Adriana just duke it out. I'm gonna get me like a really cool new hairdo and like one of those fake mics. I'm gonna be out there being an announcer for it. Oh, it's totally happening.
Okay, so one of my favorite images is this one of her being all dramatic. Luna's like throwing her head back, all upset, and April just absolutely nailed the emotion on that one. And every time I see it, I just am like, oh my goodness, it's just darling. So when
I love it. It turned out so good, and the art.
It just matches so well, because what's really cool is Russ did, when he wrote it as a crossover between Xeno Nanite Titan and Luna Tales. So we've got a little bit of a crossover part in the story going on, and I think I haven't even shown you the sequentials that she did of that very special part. So when you see it, it's just, it turned out beautiful, and I know she's getting ready to get it colored, and it's just great. So Luna Tales is going to be awesome. Sireness, I'm adding 8 pages to the original story, and there's a huge part that I wasn't able to put into the original story because I was limited on my page count. I could only do 20 pages for Comic Unity because we were doing a collective, read full book. So I've been working on that, and I just finished the 3rd page, and I was crying. It just turned out very beautiful, and it's very powerful, and it really takes you deeper into her story. So those are the 2 projects I've got going. I've got some really cool surprises coming out for Luna Tales that I cannot talk about yet, but it is going to make a lot of people very happy and excited because it's very new for this particular artist. It's something completely different that they have not done yet, and it's pretty magical. So I'm super excited.
Well, maybe I'll have to do something like this one. Maybe I can do up like a sticker or something for a stretch goal for Luna Tales
That
too,
would
and
be adorable. I would love that.
Do a sticker of Luna and Wyvernite or something.
That would be cool. Yeah, I think what I'm most excited about for Luna Tales is with this particular book, I'll be able to do local shows and do signings at my local shops, because I can't really do that with my Naughty Fairy book because of what I do with my job. But I can with Luna Tales, and that is what I'm most excited about is being able to do more local stuff and share out Luna, because she's just amazing, and her desire to I'm so excited, and I'm ready, I can do this. And just watching her go through her struggles in learning how to do what dragons do. It's just awesome.
So Trish had a question. Are you going to have a scavenger hunt again for the
Naughty Fairy Con? Oh yeah. Yes, because that was a lot of fun. And Trish cleaned up. She got some awesome stuff for that scavenger hunt that we did.
What kinds of things do you
Jack
do?
said Wendy's going to make many people happy. Who would have thought?
For the last scavenger hunt we did for Naughty Fairy Con last year, I put together a really cool image that you cut out, and you have to take to different locations and do a picture. And then we post those on social media, and then you get points for each thing. So one was take a picture with a police officer, be in a comic shop, go to a strip club. One was a dumpster, one was a dump truck, one was at a lake or near water. We just picked different types of places that kind of went in with stuff that was going on in the Naughty Fairy world. But now that we have Sireness, we've got Ginger Snap, we have Naughty Fairies, and Luna Tales, and we've got 4 titles. It really kind of expands our little universe a lot more. So I'm just excited for all the new stuff that's coming with all of that. Cool. Yes. So it's awesome, and I have some amazing people on this project. CB Zane, Steph Wilson. I have Luis Torres. I have Jason Dube. I've got April Reyna. I've got Russell Allen. Joshua Main is writing for me. He's doing a really cute story. Chuck Pinot wrote for me, and Wendy's doing some art. So I've just got a lot of really different things. Joel, is it Soez? I always mess up his last name. Yes.
Bonus
that's
point
Steph's
if you add a
project.
cucumber to it.
Yeah, so I have some really great things. And what's really cool is my husband and my son both wanted to be involved in the writing of different stories. So Lance and I collaborated on a story together and Bill wrote a story that turned out really cool, and I'm really excited. So I just can't wait to get this one done, and my goal is to have this book done before I kickstart it, because I don't want to rush, and I don't want to just get it out so that it's out before Naughty Fairy Con. You know what I mean? I want it to be done right, and I want it to be done well. And I'm excited because I've been coming up with really different stretch goals, because it's more of it's not just a kid's story. It's an all ages book, so kids can enjoy it and adults can enjoy it. And it's got some really great feel good stories in it. Yep. There they are.
Yay.
I love it.
She just sent that to me, so I wanted to show it off.
So it's really exciting, and I've been fortunate enough. I've worked with April for a long time, and so watching her do sequentials, because we don't get to see her do that very often, and she has just been nailing these, and the enthusiasm and the expressions of Luna. You know, she's this little golden dragon who hasn't mastered flight. She hasn't mastered breathing fire. She hasn't figured out what it is to be a dragon yet. And she's kind of sassy, and she's stubborn, and she doesn't necessarily want to follow directions well. So she's having to learn things the hard way, kind of like kids, you know? So I like the fact that with Luna Tales, the stories are all relatable for kids. And not necessarily lessons, but it does kind of like, you know, working hard and determination. And there's a reason why you have to practice something, even if it's not fun. And, you know, there is an end goal. And if this is your goal, is to be a superhero, then these are the things you need to do to get there. And it can't always be your way. And you have to learn how to work with what you're given. So, I think that the 10 stories that we have so far, I mean, and that could grow, because I've got some other people that I've asked that I'm just waiting to hear back from. So, yeah, I'm excited to see where the whole thing's going to go. Yeah. Oh, yeah, totally.
I'll tell you what, I'm excited to find out that April is the artist. So, like, up until now, it was, here's some of the sequential art for your story. And I was like, oh, that's really cool. But now it's even more special because it's April doing it. And I know April's going to do a great job on it, and now I feel much more relaxed. Not really, but it's really cool knowing that it's you.
Honestly, I've never drawn like this before. It is really fun. It is. I mean, like, I don't know if it's something that I would continue. Like, I don't mean like continue, but I mean to take that art style and continue it forward with like other projects, but. It's just so cute in order, you know, to put her through these challenges. Like whenever you're trying to do an activity that you've never done before and you struggle with it, trying to show those overlapping panels, like if she trips and falls, or if she like, tumbles over something, or if she gets really sad because she's by herself, like there's a lot of opportunity for self-expressionism for her, and trying to illustrate that, like, I don't know, like I literally just kind of turn my brain off and start just penciling it out, and it just oozes out. And then I don't know, I'm just excited to show it off. I think that it is going to be exceptional. I can't wait to see what it looks like. I've got one more page to pencil out, and I've got it laid out. I just got to, like, you know, finalize it and ink it. And then I've already sent off what I do have off to a flatter. So then once I get that final page done, then I can start coloring it. So that'll be exciting. And
I was super excited. When Wendy sent that to me, I think it's legitimately the first time I've actually let out a shrill squee whenever I see the art for the story.
We have been squeeing over this book for a while. Like, this has been like squeeze. Like, we're going back and forth.
It is. It's adorable. You know, it's something different for all, you know, kind of everybody, and the project is because usually you guys are doing the Naughty Fairies or the King
Right.
Cobra, or you had the Tales from the Deep, and you guys do the Sireness, and all these different projects, and like now it's kind of like gearing down from doing the anthology project, the Nebula Pearl, where you got this like adult situation to where you're doing an anthology project of kid stories for a character that we've seen in and out of the universes over and over, on a piece of Stuff Wilson art. You got the little Luna in the background. Either she's being held, or there's a tattoo, or she's all over the place. But now she's getting her own story, and it's this children's anthology, and it's really, really neat. Branching out doing this, and I was super excited when you were like, "Hey, do you want to write a story?" And I was like, "Hell yes, let's do this! I'm excited." Oh, I'm so excited for it. It's going to be so awesome.
It's awesome. And, it's like, I know my Naughty Fairy fans aren't necessarily going to jump on this because it's not Naughty Fairies. It's not the stripper fairies. It's not nudity. But I really hope they give it a chance because it is absolutely the cutest thing going. And I've got just the most amazing artwork that's coming in for this, and it's going to be worth it. And you're going to read it, and you're going to feel good at the end. And I think in this day and age, I think we all need to feel good. And if I can bring some happiness and bring some positive into the world, what better way to do it than a cute little baby dragon named Luna?
And I think.
Dumb question. If you're worried that the harder core fans aren't going to pick it up, did you want to do a pseudo naughty one for them so that they can participate?
I thought of. Bill had asked me about that. He goes, "Have you thought about because Maven is in one of the stories. She's there, and we've got her dressed conservatively, and she's doing her thing, and she's working with the dragon." And he said, you may want to have like a naughty cover available. And I said, but my concern is I'm marketing more for all ages. Maybe that's something I have on like a backer kit on the back end and not as part of the main campaign, or I have it on the side through my Etsy store or something. Okay. Because I do want to make everybody happy. You know me, I'm all about making people happy and getting it out there. But it's been kind of a challenge because I'm not sure. So Smithers, as a comic fan, what would you want to see?
I
agree
totally
with
would buy Luna. Just your every time you're on a show, when you talk about your project, you exude happiness. And like, I don't know if it's just you and April going back and forth, and then Russell like being super happy. Like, I want to read Luna right now. I'm ready for it. So.
Oh, that makes my heart so happy.
I agree wholeheartedly. I agree with Smithers. I agree with Trish. Trish said, I'm excited to see you spread your wings into an all-age book. Please don't do it. Not keep it family friendly. I completely agree.
That's been my feeling, but you know what? It has come up.
Wait, what? When he's having
I don't know.
Mars and then back to April's house? Wait, what? I don't get it.
Well, see, here's my thing. People may buy the naughty covers just for the naughty covers. I don't think they buy the books, like the normal covers of the books that aren't naughty for the naughty story. I think they buy it for the story. And with you writing a story, and then all these other creatives writing stories for this kids all ages book, I think the people that are just into the naughty covers would buy it for their kids just because they like the stories if they've read them. And I think the people that buy Naughty Fairies and Sireness and all this other stuff for the stories would buy Luna Tales for the stories just to check it out. Because, I mean, just like Disney, I mean, when a Disney movie comes out and you have toddlers like we do, we enjoy going and seeing those movies with them. And so why would that be different for somebody that's buying a comic book? Say normally we get a naughty comic book from you, but then we're getting this all ages family friendly comic. Now we can sit down and read it with our kids. So I think April, you got your hand
She's
up?
raising her
Yes,
hand.
April.
Will you be putting out a blank variant for it?
Yes, I will have blanks for it. Yeah. I already have that. That was like the first cover thing that I made when I was starting to do layouts and stuff, was the blank, because I'm like, oh no, I need some blank covers of this. Absolutely. Because
just so I could draw you that.
Yes. And what's funny is you don't even see her expression. That's the best part. Like, she's in this pose where she's got her head thrown back, her hands up on her head, and you don't see her face, but her body language comes out so beautifully. And I'm just like, oh my God, that is perfect. It's just amazing.
Well, and like I was saying, my main thing is this is something that I can purchase and I can read with the kids instead of just like reading it and being like, oh, I'm enjoying the story. This is something that's really fun that, we can sit down and we can read it with the kids. They can enjoy it. There's multiple stories in there. And it's something too that maybe, I can, raise some money, buy a bunch of copies from you and send to Mark, and, we can send off to the hospitals and stuff too. And this is something the kids might enjoy, because this is all about making it through hardships, making it through adversities, finding that being headstrong isn't always the best option, which is a great thing for kids to read. And it's not just one story. If you, like you said, right now it's 10, it could grow to be more. And I think just keeping it family friendly would be the best, just because, it is something that we can sit down and we can read with the kids and they can enjoy it, and, throw the boobs and the naughtiness and stuff out the window and just have fun with it.
And that's kind of been that's what my heart has been telling me. But at the same time, it's hard. Anytime you launch something new, like we've had Naughty Faeries established, we're finished book 5, we're going on to book 6. So, it has its core fan base, and, we've got Siren S1 out and we've got Ginger Snap out. So with each new book, you have to really work very hard to bring either your fans and have them cross over, or just, try something new. And with this being a totally different genre, really, I mean, it's still part of the Naughty Fairy world, but it's the kids zone versus the strip club. So it's very interesting. It actually, for my heart and my soul, it has been so rejuvenating and so exciting, and it's made me so happy, because I'm dealing with happy things, and it's happy, feel good stuff. And one of the things that I really think is cool is Luna she only has 2 fingers on one of her hands. And in the story, we find out what happens to her hand, but now she has a physical challenge on top of, being headstrong and everything else. I think, do you have the logo, Russ? You should. I know April has it because I've sent it to her. That was the logo.
Yeah, I have it. I was just going to wait. I was going to wait for the go ahead.
Yeah, no, you
can. We get that in time for Christmas?
I'm hoping, really hoping I can. I'm hoping. Like I said, everybody is working their tail off to get this done. There she is.
Aww. That's awesome.
And that's Steph's version of Luna, and then Jason has a version of Luna. Christina has a version of Luna. So everybody's version of Luna is a little bit different, and I wanted that because everybody has their version of cuteness. Walter Figueroa is doing interiors, and his take is very different than everyone else's, which really makes the piece very unique. The style is almost more realistic, cartoony, versus cartoony, if that makes any sense. So, I've been talking with somebody about doing an anime style, and it's just very cool. CB was the first one who wrote his story, had it colored, drawn out, inked, and finished. Like, he was ninja on how fast he got it done. And I was at my workplace when I got it, and I was crying because I was so moved by the piece. The image was beautiful. The colors were spot on. And I was crying. And I had some of my fellow humans that I work with were like, "Are you okay?" And I showed them, and they were so excited. Like, their mind was just like, "This is the best thing I've ever seen, and when can I get it? Are we going to have this here?" It was awesome, because that's the reaction I wanted. And his story was like a 4-page story, and it got that type of reaction. So I'm so excited for the whole piece to come together. Like, so excited. Like, I can't even tell you how excited I am. I don't sleep because I'm just like dreaming Luna everywhere.
So are we going to have a coloring book like stretch goal where we get like a little 6-page coloring book to go with some line art?
No, I always have some sort of coloring piece in with the stretch goals. So I don't know if it'll be a full coloring book, but I definitely will have some coloring things involved. And one of the things, well, I can't say. So I have to just, there are some secrets I need to hold on to, and it's really hard to hold on to it because we were coming up with some really stuff. Okay, so importing it.
I get it. Okay.
Oh, I know. I thought it was because like I'm always in space, like floating around. I was confused by that. It made me giggle, but I didn't understand it all the way. I just made my own story up in my head. It's pretty funny.
We were all. I mean, that's what happens. You've got a whole panel of like up here of creators. Like, we're all up here coming up with like a story of why this is in Mars, and these down here, they're just like, whatever. It's just a comment. But we're like totally creating the story up here. Like, all right, why is this stuff coming from Mars? And how expensive is it going to be to import it from Mars? Like, we got to get logistics down on this. How much money is this going to cost? How many pages do we need to talk about? Do we need to come up with a corporation name for the place this is being imported from? That's just like, I mean, that's just where we're going to store all the stuff. We're like, oh.
Yeah. Okay. Well, what's funny is when Bill and I, when we were younger, and before they had closed captioning glasses and devices at the movie theaters, because of my hearing loss and because my hearing aids would do this weird feedback thing when we would go to the movies, I had a lot of trouble following the movie. So I remember going and seeing The X-Files in the theater, and I was so excited. I've been waiting for this movie forever to come out. And it was the second one. So I'm watching this movie, and I'm starting to get really confused because I think they're talking about cloning. Like, they're cloning people and they're finding the body parts in the snow. And like, I had this whole story in my head. So when I got home, I'm talking to Bill and I'm like, so, I was fine with all the cloning stuff. And then it got weird. And he goes, it was about a pedophile. And I went, what? Not at all. He goes, oh, pedophile. I'm like, oh, my story was so much better.
Hey, maybe I didn't see that one. Holy crap.
Yeah, it was the second one. It was such a crap. I was so disappointed because they had the potential after the first movie. And after, I think it was season, I want to say 8. Yeah. I think it was 8. They did the movie. And so I was expecting it to answer and talk about the stuff that was dealing with, the end of the season. And it totally was just a 2-hour standalone episode. And I was a huge X-File fan, like die hard. So to have that, I was like, I guess in my head, I was like, I'm not accepting that this is what's going on. And I just made my whole story what I thought it should have been. So when Bill actually explained it, I was like, well, no wonder you were mad. That sucks. Because I didn't get it. Like, I was fine with it. And then all of a sudden, I'm like, this did not match my story. So I don't know what's going on now.
He said, I knew if I spelled it out, everyone would understand it, but your creative minds would not think it's as fun. Tiffany has the worst taste in movies. So, like, well, you're muted. I can hear you from upstairs.
Seriously, shut up.
For that.
You don't need to go there.
We didn't need any captions
So-
on that one.
So when we first started dating, like way back in the day, so we were gonna go see the second Bourne Identity movie. I forgot what it goes. It's like the Bourne Identity, the Bourne something, and then the Bourne Supremacy. I forgot what the second one's called. But we were gonna go see the second one. And I was like, I want to go see this, and she's like, No, I want to go see Open Water. And I'm like, No, let's go see the Bourne movie. And she's like, No, I want to see Open Water. It looks really good. Like literally. This is like you could write a book report in like 4 words. It was like they floated in the water, sharks ate them. The end. That was it. That was all the movie was. It was like literally it was like 2 hours of these people floating in the water, waiting for them just to get eaten by the sharks, just so the movie could be over. I mean, like the best part of the movie happened like 3 minutes in. There was boobs, and like after that, I clapped out. I was done. I was like, no more movie. So I'm like, you were never, ever picking out a movie that we go see ever again. So I let it happen again. She picked out this movie, and I don't even remember what it's called. If I thought about it long enough, I could. But it was the craziest movie we have ever watched in our life. Like, literally, the whole movie, you had no idea what was even going on. Like, when the movie was over, she looked at me and she goes, did any of that make any sense to you? I was like, hell no, I'm sticking with You're Never Picking a Movie.
What was the name of that movie?
I don't remember. But it was crazy. Like, these people were dead, but then they weren't dead. They were just dreaming it. But no, they were actually really dead, but dreaming that they were dead. But no, they were dead. But then at the end, they weren't dead. But nope, yep, definitely they were dead. And I'm like, are these people fucking dead? Or are they not dead? What is going on with this? I didn't understand this. So we even watched it a second time just because, like Wendy said, did I miss something here?
It was
and
horrible.
like, yeah, I will never get it.
That's gonna drive me crazy though.
Story time with Uncle Russ. Thanks, Jack. I appreciate that.
Sounds like an M. Night Shyamalan movie, like what was it, like The Village, or
I was so disappointed with that one.
I hadn't seen that one because I was like, I gave up like once. What was that? What was the fairy tale, the horror fairy tale one where it was
Lady in the Water?
Yeah.
I didn't watch that one either.
Or
they did another one. Wasn't there one about like aliens or something and they came down and the taking over bodies or something?
And then there was Devil. Devil is the one with the elevator, which is actually really, really good, but they ruined it with the title. Because the whole movie you're trying to figure out what's going on. It's the Devil. And there's Old that just came out recently, which the title gives away as well. And we can't forget about the Airbender.
I can't hear you, hon. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Oh, that's no good.
I'm trying real hard.
I don't know what's happening. Sorry.
I can hear you now.
Oh, okay.
Now we're waiting for you to
Devil.
repeat it.
Yeah, I can't remember what it said. So, Devil was a really good one that Shyamalan did, but they ruined it with the title because they give away what the movie's about.
Oh, so they ruined it because they gave away what it was about.
Yeah, like
what was it called?
Elevator. Devil.
Oh,
Delph?
Devil.
Gavel.
Yeah.
Oh, the one with the elevator?
Satan. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I don't know what's going on with my audio, so I'm probably like talking to it.
Have you seen that one, Smithers?
Devil, yeah. I watched it last year with one of my nephews. It was just like I wanted to watch it when I was at the theater, but I forgot about it. And it was on like HBO Max or something, so we watched it. It was pretty good. It wasn't M. Night Shyamalan. It was more produced by him. It wasn't written by him. But I think the best M. Night movie is still Unbreakable.
Oh yeah, Unbreakable is awesome.
That was
Unbreakable is
And then they
amazing.
came out with Glass, didn't they?
Yeah.
Glass was the third one. The second one was Split.
Split.
Oh,
So-
that was good.
Split.
Yeah, so with Unbreakable, which released Bruce Willis as the hero, and then it did Split, which showed the other Split character, and then Glass, which of course finished up with Mr. Jimmy J as I was so blown away by the ending. Like, I never in a million years, and I won't spoil it for anybody that hasn't seen it yet, because I know it released last year during all the on disc during all the craziness. So a lot of people may not have finished the story, but I have to say that was like one of the one times I was actually blown away at the ending. Like, for one, that like it didn't really make sense. Like, how would somebody even get to that point? But then two was, I guess it isn't that bad of an ending, because I would have never have thought about that. And like, how insane is all the stuff that these movies built up to, that this was all it was. And it was crazy. But I definitely enjoyed those movies. Like, whenever I found out that they finally did a sequel to Unbreakable, like, asked Tiffany, because I was like, oh my gosh, you have to watch Unbreakable. This is like the best movie ever. And they're getting ready to release the sequel. And then, we ended up having a heart surgery. We never got to go see it. And so we didn't see it till like way later. But I was like, oh man. And then when Glass came out, we had a marathon, didn't we?
Yeah.
Hey,
I'm gonna
you
have
liked
to
them
get
too.
going, guys. I am so sorry.
No.
I still have to feed my family.
That's all right. They can survive.
Well,
Thanks so much for being here, Wendy.
Thank you for having me.
Bye,
It's so
Wendy.
good to see everybody. Have a great night.
You too. And
Let's
then there
use-
were 5.
yeah. Well, I'm gonna probably bounce before too long anyway, because I got that last page to do, and it's hard to. I just don't have enough space on my desk for the computer. And
No, it's fine. Well, you can go ahead and bounce, April. Thanks so much for being here. I'll probably be closing her down here pretty soon, so we'll just do some close up and have a great night.
Yes. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye, April.
And then there is the 4 horsemen. I don't know. So yeah, guys, we definitely had some fun tonight. This was really cool. I like doing these panel shows. I haven't done one since, hell, I think the last one was January, Smithers? When I think you were on that one. I think that was the last time I've done a panel show.
Yeah,
So I'm gonna start
it was
doing
a
these
while
every
ago.
week. Oh, it's been forever ago. Like, it feels like everybody's kind of like just like went off their separate ways. Not so much like, hey, we're not friends anymore. We're just, everybody's gotten so busy since work's picked back up. COVID's died down a little bit. Things are starting to pick up a little bit, and things are opening up, and people are back to their normal lives. So people don't really have time for the stuff anymore. So it was really great, to be able to bring everybody together tonight and, connect and talk and have fun. And I definitely am going to plan on doing these blast casts every Saturday. So guys, please check out Michael Gonzalez's
awesome.
project on Indiegogo. Please check out that matching program. Looking forward to Steph's Halloween book. Looking forward to going to we got the Luna Tales anthology. I'm so looking forward to that. I'm not even excited just because my story's in there. I'm just excited. The same reason Smithers is because Wendy. Oh, every time Wendy talks about Luna, she's just like, she starts glowing. It's like, like it's like a fairy or an angel entering into the room with her. What's going on here? Is Luna actually turning into a magical being behind her? What's going on? So I'm really excited about that. We got some really great people in this industry and some really cool stuff coming out. Let's see. So I'm going to get caught up here on, let's see. So who is doing the 31 Days of Halloween movie watching? And if you are doing it, top 3 movies on your list. So we don't do 31 Days of Halloween just because it's hard for me to commit to watching a Halloween movie every night. But I will tell you my number 1 movie, and I don't care if what anybody says about it, is watching Ernest Scared Stupid with the kids. Absolute number 1 movie. Because I grew up as a kid with Ernest movies. I love the Ernest movies. Jim Varney was a great actor, and just his characters that he does. Ernest Goes to Africa, Ernest Rides Again, Ernest Goes to School, Ernest Goes to Camp. All these movies, they're all in my collection. You can ask Tiffany. I've made my niece and nephew watch every single one of them over and over again, and they love them. So Ernest Scared Stupid's number
I saw
1.
Ernest Saves Christmas. Or Ernest Does Christmas. I saw that at the theater when I was a kid. Yeah, I remember that one.
Oh, it's so great. So that's definitely number one. I don't know about the other ones. Tiffany doesn't like watching scary movies because I scare the shit out of her. She'll vouch for it.
Oh, because
I'll
you're
wait.
me.
I'm like a freaking anaconda. Like I coil up and I wait. Like I literally will stop breathing and wait, and I'll wait, and like I'll become one with the room, and I'll like listen and wait for that scene where I really know like she's totally dug in, and I'm like, and she'll jump like 8 feet in the air, and she'd be like, "You're such an asshole." But one of my favorite movies is that definitely is a Halloween movie to watch. Is what's the name of that movie? The one where you know which one I'm talking about. So they made three of them, and one of the first one and the second one we've seen. The third one we never seen it, but it's the one where his son gets haunted by that demon. He's able to like walk in his sleep, and then come to find out he was able to as a kid too. She just made him forget about it, but she had to make him remember so he could go save his son. Cannot think of the name of it.
I don't know.
It's such
I'm
an
not good
easy.
at remembering names of movies.
Come on, Smithers, help me out here. Do you know what I'm talking about, Dre?
No, but it sounds like you just either made that up or ruined it for everyone that's never seen it.
I just made it up. Oh my gosh.
It's the one where Bruce Willis is actually a ghost. What's that called?
The Sixth Sense. Yeah, that's what it is.
Yeah, man.
Look it up.
I am looking it up right now. Man.
You need to watch The Descent if you haven't watched that yet.
And Frailty. Frailty's my other favorite one. So what's your three
Frailty's
favorite?
good.
Tiffany won't watch it.
My top favorite horror movie of all time is The Thing, John Carpenter.
Yes, The Thing is awesome too.
And that's pretty much it. Like, I mean, there's other ones out there. There's other ones I want to watch. Like, I still want to watch Midsummer. I still want to watch Heredity. I keep putting them off. Maybe I'll watch them this Halloween. On Halloween, I usually watch.
Which one is it?
Shop
Heredity?
Horror, the musical. Yeah, I haven't seen it yet.
Hereditary. Right?
Hereditary or Heredity, whatever.
It's kind of like Midsummer and Witch, right? That's what.
Yeah.
More
Witch was
cerebral.
really good.
Insidious. I should have just looked into the comments. Thank you very much. Trish knew exactly what I was talking about. Insidious. And Insidious Chapter 2 was insane. I really want to see Insidious 3, but I'm really worried that it's going to be shitty because everybody knows how sequels work out. But Insidious, if you have never seen that movie, Smithers, watch it. You want to talk about it in the dark, it will make the hair on the back of your neck stand up because it's so creepily realistic. Like it's insane. It's a really good movie. I really like it. I don't know. I think you would. So definitely check it out. Yeah, not watching the comments. LOL and see it. It's just like, come on, damn it! I know what you're talking about. So Tiffany, what are your three favorite horror movies?
I don't watch horror movies, so I don't know.
What about you, Dre?
Saw. Then. I watch a lot of horror.
You don't watch a lot of horror?
No, I do watch a lot of horror, but.
Oh, you watch a lot of horror. I gotcha.
Yeah.
It's hard to pick.
There was this one German movie, and I couldn't tell you what it was called. It was really good. It was in German.
What's it about?
It was really good in German.
Yeah. There's two girls. They're like trying to run away from a serial killer, and they're in a cabin in the woods. They're one of the girls' houses, and then people just keep on getting killed. I don't want to spoil it. There's a really cool twist to it, but yeah, it's like one of those serial killer slasher movies, but it's not.
It's called Cold Hell.
No.
All right, I'm looking at
High
all these.
Tension. No. High Tension.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Look
Yeah.
that up.
High Tension.
It's probably not even German.
Okay. Well, you were close. It's a French movie. High Tension.
Okay. There you go. I knew it was foreign.
Yeah, it's French. Hot
Really good.
Tension.
It's
Released in
really
the United Kingdom as a Switchblade Romance. It's a 2003 slasher film. Wow, that looks crazy.
Yeah, the opening scene's really like a big what the fuck.
Let's see. Event Horizon is Jack's number 1. Number 2 is Jason X, just because I want to laugh my ass off. I tell you what, for a horror movie, Event Horizon scared the shit out of me when I was a kid. It really made me think. Have you seen Event Horizon, Smithers?
Yeah, of course.
What about you, Dre?
It was really good. Yeah.
Oh, I'm sure I have. I can't remember it, but I'm sure I've seen it.
Event Horizon's the one where they figure out a way to warp ships across space by folding the plane of space and creating a hole in a black hole. And what happens is instead of them going through this hole and coming out the other side, they actually travel through hell. And so all the crewmates are killed off. And so they go to recover the Event Horizon and they find out that hell has taken over the ship. And they start seeing nightmares. It's got the guy from Jurassic Park. What's his name?
Sam Neill.
Sam Neill, thank you. Yeah. And
has Lawrence Fishburne.
Yeah, that movie. Do what?
Has Lawrence Fishburne in it too.
Lawrence Fishburne, yep. And it scared the shit out of me because when I was in junior high school, I wrote a thesis on black holes, which is a lot of, what entails into. My book was on Nanite Titan. There's a little bit in there kind of that teases back to it, and I've never really, talked about the thesis that I wrote. But I always thought, what if black holes were something else? What if it really was a portal to somewhere else? Like we always see, scientists say, oh, well, black holes is a gravity well, it just sucks everything and around it and crushes it. We don't know that for sure. We've never sent technology into a black hole. So when I was like 7 or 8, I was like writing this thesis, and then throughout school, I was always studying about black holes, and they really intrigued me. And then, in junior high school, Event Horizon comes out, and I'm just like, I watched it, and I'm like, oh my god, I don't ever want to find out if a black hole is really warping through space. Like, screw that shit. If it takes me 500 years, I'm gonna be frozen in some kind of like time capsule thing that keeps you alive. I'll do that, no shortcuts here, not after watching that. Because that movie was freaky deaky. So I agree with Event Horizon. It's a great movie. And Return of the Living Dead, gonna watch at least 4 times this month. All the Night of the Living Dead movies are fun. They're so corny. They're hilarious. That's the one good thing about horror movies. Like for her, she just gets scared to shitless in all of them. But for like me, I'm just like, this is so corny. It's hilarious. Just like Army of Darkness and Evil Dead, just the over the top. And we finally just started watching the Ash versus the Evil Dead here last year. We started watching that.
I love that show.
I do too. It's just so hilarious because the demons and stuff are just so over the top, and it's just all you can do is laugh because you got Bruce Campbell standing there like, what the hell is wrong with this thing? And it's just like, and it's so funny. But number 3, we'll be watching Vampire Hunter D and Vampire Hunter D Bloodlust, and they're both anime. Yes, those are very good. Vampire Hunter D is
those are
amazing.
Those are good.
Absolutely. So, guys, I think I'm going to close up the show. What's that, Dre?
I was going to say, I got to wrap it up, but I was going to close it up. So stick around.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm going to close up the show. We're going on 2 hours. I want to thank everybody that came out and watched the first show of Blastcast. We had a blast. I had fun talking to all the creators, having you guys on here. Tiffany, thanks for joining in tonight. Hopefully you'll join in next time. We can talk some more about what you got going on and some products and maybe some Halloween stuff. help show off some of your stuff, get you used to being live. Smithers, thanks for joining and chatting with us. I know you enjoy hanging out with us. Dre, thank you so much for being in here. I appreciate you coming in and drawing. By the way, the Venom Spider-Man piece looks fantastic. I love it.
Thank you, sir.
You're very welcome. So until next time, I'm going to kick you guys to the curb and I'm going to say my goodbyes. You guys have a great night.
Bye. Have a good night,
Bye.
guys.
So everybody, thanks so much for showing up to Blastcast and our whatever the freaking word I'm trying to think of in my brain that I keep pausing for that I can't think of for our maiden voyage. There we go. That was the word I was looking for. I was trying to be all like Star Trek, be like this was a maiden voyage for Blastcast. Thank you so much for joining us. This was a lot of fun. Definitely going to do some more of these. I definitely want to get some more creators on here, tell some more BS stories, and just have a good time because we don't always have to be all work. We can talk about work and have fun. I really needed this. I haven't been doing these panel shows for a while. I've been kind of out of the loop. I just had these neck injections done on Wednesday, but things seem to be looking up. I'm walking better. My neck is yeah. I'm supposed to break the champagne bottle against the ship, not my head. Yeah. Oh. But I'm starting to get better. I'm definitely excited about getting book 2 out to you guys. Please check out these creators. Please go to the comic book charity auctions. Check out all the great stuff that's on there. We've got Steph Wilson art. We've got all kinds of cool custom art. We've got comic books. We've got some Naughty Fairy sketch covers done by Wendy, Steen, Shayner. Please go to the website. Check out ZenoNaniteTitan.com. Get you a book. And you can also get some apparel on there. We get some really great designs. You can get this shirt right here by Steph Wilson. I'm a Titan for CB4K.org. I'm going to be adding some cool shirts on there. I'm going to be working on doing some actual Zenonite Titan shirts. I'm going to have my first one coming to me here shortly. I did even at Revis Fournier's piece on a t-shirt. And so I think it's going to look cool. So guys, please check out these creators. Thanks for supporting indie creators. Thanks for hanging out with us tonight. Thanks for asking questions and being with us. Thank you to Trish. Thank you. I appreciate that. Everyone, as always, this is Russ Explode Studios with projects and streams that'll blow your mind. You guys have a great night, and I will see you again.